recording.
It says record. It says record in like the top left.
Got it.
Cool. Looks like we got a lot of people joining already.
Cool. Awesome. I've been private messaging some people and like, hey, come check me out.
Good. And I saw your Instagram, so I rebranded it. And
I love Instagram. Instagram's the best because I can post pictures of Guapo like all day long. It's great.
He's so cute.
Guapo's my dog, by the way. Guapo's my beautiful Mastiff pit bull dog.
He's adorable. He's awesome. So we have a lot of people on already.
Woo!
A lot.
Thanks, guys.
And people are still
props. Oh, I can't give myself props.
No, I can give you props.
Cool.
There you
go. All right, cool.
All right. So are you ready to record?
I'm recording. We've been recording it.
Oh, you've been recording. They're going,
We're good. We're on. I'm ready.
Right. She's like, let's get this party started. All right, here we go. Well, let me introduce myself first so you know like who these crazy people are that are talking about Guapo and what's a Guapo? So my name is Angie Jones, AKA the Fitness Moxie, and I'm a business coach for female fitness professionals who know what they were put on earth here to do, but just need a little help in the business side of things. So they might be frustrated or overwhelmed with the business side, and they just need a little help and some clarity around that. So I'm here to do that. I also have a fitness boot camp business for women in Northern Illinois, which is where I'm located. And I've been doing that. I'm in the location where I'm at now for about, it'll be 6 years this year. So that's what I'm all about. And this lovely lady, this is Jess Mather. She's one of my awesome clients. And Jess is a fitness and rehab professional, and she's on a super mission to empower, educate, and inspire other people to find their sustainable path to optimal health in a more enjoyable way. So she's an in-person and an online fitness coach, and she serves people who are just sick and tired of struggling to eat well and exercise on a consistent basis, and who are ready to find a no BS approach to getting their health back on track for good. And I'm sure there's a ton of people on right now who can totally relate to that. And she's super, super passionate about what she does. And guys, she's like legit. She knows her stuff. And so you really want to listen to, you really want to listen to Jess and what she has to say, because she'll blow you away. So how was that?
The best.
Out?
He's the best. He puts up with all my rants when I because when you're a passionate person, sometimes you just and I'm sure I'll rant here. It's just you listen to all of it. So thank you guys
when you're passionate about something, that's what you do. You're just you just want to you want everybody to know.
Exactly.
So why don't you tell us a little bit more about you and your business and why exactly you do what you do.
So I'm a personal trainer. I was certified almost 6 years ago, and I'm a physical therapist assistant. I've worked in a wide variety of different settings. I've worked in corporate gyms. I've worked private gyms, orthopedic clinics, which was super fun, and a lot of skilled nursing facilities as well. And I've been an independent trainer just on and off throughout the years, but I never really took it seriously as an independent trainer because honestly, I wanted to do this for at least 6 or 7 years, but I didn't believe in myself to do it. I was I'll do it next year, and it'll be better later. But I couldn't stop that voice anymore. I was just no, I'm done. I'm going to listen to that voice. I'm going to do what my heart's telling me, and I'm going to do this. So a little over a year ago, I launched Indulgent Fitness, and I obsessed over the name because I wanted to find a name that really embodied my message, and I wanted people to love movement. I wanted people to enjoy what they were doing, because if you don't like something, you're not going to stick to it, right? So I also realized that a lot of people, they feel like they have to force themselves to exercise and stuff too. And when you force yourself to do something, like I said, if you don't like it, it's hard to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So, because when I think about this huge health crisis that we have, especially in America, it's not really a matter that people aren't starting. There are a lot of people that start fitness programs, right? And the diet industry is this huge industry. Billions of dollars they generate every year. So it's not a matter of that. It's a matter of they're not sticking with it and they drop off.
Yeah.
And that's really frustrating. I mean, that's a huge problem. And I feel like a lot of that is we have so much information as well. Like we don't know even what the hell to do. It's like, do I do this one? Do I do this program? Like, what do I do? So that's why I was like, you know what? I need to streamline things for people. And I need to like cut through all this bullshit and be like, okay, this is what you should be doing. Don't make it complicated. It doesn't need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I also was thinking like, why do I even really care about doing this? And I thought health and wellness is really our foundation. So if we don't have our health, we don't have anything. So like when I work in these skilled nursing facilities, these people are super freaking sick. I mean, I have to literally grab these people and pull them up on the side of the bed because they can't sit up on their own. I mean, these people are super sick. And I was like, man, we need health. We need people to take care of their health now. So then I guess my soul kind of saw this need and it was like, you know what, Jess, stop being scared and put yourself out there and help these people. They need you. So that's why I'm here.
Yay.
I'm here to help you guys.
Yay. And she's really, really good at it too. So what is this new project? I mean, this is a really brand new project that you're working on. So what can you tell us a little bit about this project and what you're doing, why this project, you created it to spread your message that you were just talking about?
So I recently did some market research. So I collected a bunch of information from different people to see exactly what they needed. And this is what they told me that they needed was to clean up their nutrition or find a way of eating that they could stay consistent with. So I created this program that was called the Eat More, Lose More system. And it's a 6-step system. It's free, by the way. I don't know if we can link to it. Can I like put it in the message box? Link to this freebie gift here.
Yeah, I think you can put the link down in the comment section.
We're getting so many comments. I'll put in here. Let me put it in. It's gonna be. I'm so new to this, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sure I'll streamline this eventually, but for now, I'm like, okay. So that's the link. I just put it in the comments. So you can go check that out. It's an email series, but basically what it is a super sustainable approach. It's not another quick fix thing. So I want it to be different than all the other systems out there. And like I said earlier, that we have so much information overload. So when I first started getting into nutrition, oh my God, there's like, do paleo, do low carb, no vegetarian, no carb cycling, intermittent fasting. It's like, trust me, I've tried it all.
Yeah, too many.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So you've simplified it.
Yes, it's just, and then people will argue about it, and it's like, just stop. Like, we're not helping anybody arguing about what is better. Just stop.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, cut out the BS.
Yeah.
And actually, my boss told me this when I worked in an orthopedic clinic, because I was just starting as a therapist, and I was like, oh, should I take this continuing education course, or should I learn about this? And and he was like, Jess, it doesn't matter. Like, stick to the basics. Learn your anatomy, in that case, in and out, and then you can branch out and do more advanced things. Mm-hmm. And it's so true. Like, if we just stick to the fundamentals. So that's what this whole program is about. It's fundamentals.
Yeah. And I think I forget about the fundamentals because there's so many information out there, like you said, that it just gets really overwhelming and confusing. And people are like, well, this, paleo says I shouldn't be eating this, but then carb cycling says I should be doing this. And it just gets really nutso and kind of complicated. And people are like, they're confused, so they just don't do anything. We're like, well, just screw it then. I'm just going to sit on the couch and eat Twinkies all day. Like, what's the point?
Exactly. And it's like, and then they try to combine everything at once too, and it's like like overload, like you're trying to do too many things.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. And I've tried to do it, and I don't know. Yeah, you can get results with it. Like intermittent fasting works super well for some people. It sucked for me long term.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I ended up with some issues. But the basics is what everybody I think should follow. And also why I called it Eat More, Lose More was because when people jump on these diets, usually they're super restrictive, like 1,200 calories a day for females, which is like the calories it takes for you to sit and do nothing and take poops and stuff. I mean, like literally like not enough food for anybody.
Yeah.
So, and what I noticed too, is it okay to share the freebie link with her? Yes.
Yep.
Is Jillian. Thank you for joining, Jillian. So what I noticed too with my own clients, especially women, so they'll jump on a diet program, they'll be super restrictive, and they're like, oh, this isn't working, I can't maintain this. Okay, they jump to another program. So it's constantly they're going from diet to diet. I forgot the exact statistic. It's something like a really enormous amount of people are dieting, especially in America, like 24/7.
Yeah, and especially right now, right after the New Year's, where people are making their New Year's resolutions. Yeah.
And then they drop off for a little bit, and then they come back on. So it's like they keep going back and forth.
Yeah. Yo-yo syndrome.
Yo-yo syndrome. Terrible.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. We don't need it anymore. It doesn't help you. But a lot of people are also there in this like chronic calorie deficit. And I was there for a long time, and I didn't even realize it until I got hypothyroidism and adrenal fatigue, and I was like, oh, well, I shouldn't be eating like 1,400 calories a day. So this also is around the basis, like eat as much as freaking possible, but still get your results. And it is possible. And a lot of people, and I mentioned this in the ebook, a lot of people have to actually increase their calories. And this is kind of, sometimes it can be a little difficult. So that's why there's a link in that book, like contact me if you need help with this, because raising your calories can be a really tedious and super uncomfortable thing. But it's so necessary if you're really eating that low to bring that food back up. And then you decrease it by small increments. And it's like your energy's better, like you can eat more food. Mm-hmm. Who doesn't want to eat more food? And you can still get results.
So you said this is like, it's just an ebook. So how is this delivered? It's like a free series, but it's an ebook. Like, is it separated, or how is it delivered to somebody if they were to sign up?
Well, and you mentioned this to me, that if somebody gets an ebook, like it's easy to just forget about it, or like do like a page and then they're like, oh, never mind. So I have it, like I designed it at first as a whole PDF, like an ebook. But then I was like, okay, let me separate the steps one by one, and I'll email them. So one day at a time, you get a new step. So then also it's kind of like a little bit of accountability, because I'm in your face every day in your inbox, like, hey, you're on to the next step. Come on, let's keep this going.
Here I am.
And they also get some little free resources, some other PDFs. And then at the end of the system, they get the whole PDF to refer back to.
Okay. That's cool. So they get like they get something from you every day for like 6 days? Is it 6 days? It's a 6 days?
Maybe like 8, because I try to separate some were like super long, and I was like, no, this is going to be too overwhelming. So I kind of pieced it. Yeah, maybe like a week, maybe like 8 days. Okay. They get emailed for the system.
So something from you for like a week, over a certain amount of time. So they don't get, it's not like this huge, 2-inch thick book that they're getting that they have to digest and find time to read. So it's given to them spread over an amount of time. So it's not too overwhelming then for them. Mm-hmm. That's good. Mm. Well, it sounds like nice and, it sounds nice and easy and sustainable and simple. Like they can, I can see where somebody doesn't have time to read, this huge book. And then after they read it all, they're like, what did I just read? I don't even remember. But if you give in like little digestible nuggets of information a little bit over time, then it's much easier to attain and use it. So what else then at the end of this? Do you offer any additional help for people after they finish this whole, like after the 7 or 8 days or whatever it is? Do you offer anybody like any additional help after the series?
I do. So when I created this ebook, I wanted it to be more results oriented first off. So if you just do this free ebook series, you can get results. It's not easy. You're gonna have to work at it because it's a process, and you're gonna be learning a lot about yourself and your relationship with food. But you can get results just with the free ebook. That's what I wanted to give people. But of course, we need some extra guidance sometimes, right? So sometimes we can't get out of our own way, right? Or we need some extra support.
Yes.
Or we still get overwhelmed. I mean, I try to make the steps very simple, but some people still get overwhelmed with that, which is totally fine. So I designed a program. I called it the Diet Mastermind Program, which I love the name because I'm part of Women's Prosperity Network, which I think a couple of you ladies are part of it too. And once a month we do masterminding. So we sit down and we talk about what works and what doesn't and what we're struggling with, what we need help with. And it's just this really cool system where we can come together and talk and really grow and learn what's going to work best versus like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, you need to eat this way. You need to do this. It's more like coaching and guidance and like saying, okay, where are you self-sabotaging yourself? Okay. So how can we get that out of here? How can we work on that one problem? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a process. So in this Diet Mastermind program, they get a coaching call for 45, 60 minutes. I talk a lot, so usually it's more than 45 minutes. And we also go over their calories and their macronutrients and all of that. So then they know exactly generally what they should be hitting every day. Because a lot of people that they're confused are the people who have been under eating for a while. They're like, well, was I really under eating? Do I need to bring my calories up? Do I need to bring them down? So we kind of go through that and then we evaluate and assess. And we're like, okay, this is where you should be. And I give sample meal plans. So not exactly what you should be eating, but sample meal plans to show you, okay, this is how you should put together your meals. This is how you can hit those calorie targets. And then they also get lots of other goodies because everybody likes goodies. So they get a protein shake recipe book. So I think,
oh, cool.
I think I labeled it as 25 and somebody read it and said it was like, it's 22. So sorry, there's only like 22 and it says 25. But still, lots of good little protein shake recipes. So that's one goodie. And then they also get a 7-step ebook on making cooking actually manageable. And I put in there basically the one recipe that you need to know because that's another thing. Like, and I've gotten overwhelmed by this, is there's so many different recipes out there, right? And you're like, oh, I need to choose this one. And this one needs like 20 ingredients. And like, screw all that. Like, my recipes have like 5 ingredients and they're awesome. So, So in that little free ebook in the program, it talks about how to make cooking really freaking simple.
Yeah. Who's got time to be in the kitchen and like make these really super complicated recipes? And you had like a really good post on your blog one time that I read. It was your blog. It's on indulgentfitness.com, right? Mm-hmm. And I read the post that you said, like, this is how I put my dinner together. I either do this or I do this or I do this. And I'm like, and I read it and I'm like, oh my God, it's like brilliant. It's like done. And you got like everything. It's a healthy dinner. It's super quick and it's done. I'm like, geez, that's so brilliant. And you're like, what? Isn't that, it's just how I eat. That's not a big deal. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't think like people really recognize that it can be really that simple.
Right.
And you get everything in there that you need and you don't have to spend like hours in the kitchen and get these really crazy ingredients, from the specialty store, like 40 miles away.
And sometimes it's fun, like what I do, because sometimes those recipes you see and you're like, oh my God, this looks totally cool. I need to eat that. So what I usually do is like, I did this in college a lot too. I would have like one day a week where I'd like have a really super cool meal, like buy all those like fancy ingredients.
Yeah.
And have like one like day where you feel like you're eating really gourmet, And then the rest of the week, you eat more normal, but it was good. It was like me and my boyfriend. It was like our little date day.
Oh.
We would eat and cook these like really weird things, bacon wrapped scallops, and
ooh,
I don't know.
I hear guapo. Is that guapo? Or is that your?
He's outside. He's not allowed to be in here.
Aw.
He does want the space heater though. It's cold here, but
Cold. You're in Florida. How cold could it be?
it's like 45.
Oh, that is kind of cold for Florida. I think
It's
we're at
cold.
like 20 degrees or something here. I'm in Northern Illinois, so it's like 20 degrees. Ah. So who do you think this program is best for? Because you got like almost 50 people on here. So who do you think that this is best for? And or who do you think could benefit the most from this series that you put together?
Who would benefit? Well, who would not benefit are people who are looking for another quick fix. This isn't like a super slim down in 5 days. This isn't like, I don't know, any sort of quick diet thing. This is like a long sustainable thing. So the point with this is there's no end point because you'll always be eating and you always should be eating good food. So this is for people who are looking to make a more of a lifestyle change. And that kind of can sound intimidating. So again, these are like little digestible steps, little things that you can do every day to get to that point where this becomes habit. Because, by the way, people say, I don't have enough willpower to eat healthy. It does not come down to willpower. Honestly, it comes down to habit and establishing what you value. Because if you care about eating healthy, if you care about doing this, you will prioritize it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's people who are ready to prioritize this.
Yeah.
Also, the program itself is good for people who have already read the free ebook series and they understand it and they feel like this is something that they could do. It's not a necessity that you read it, but a lot of the stuff in that ebook series filters into the program. People who would also benefit from it are people that have like food guilt or food anxiety. So, you know, if they eat cake and they're like, oh my God, I should have never done that. And you know what I mean? It's like, girl or boy, just enjoy that cake. It was really good, wasn't it? Just like it. So it follows this kind of 80-20 rule as well, where this isn't like super strict anything. I mean, there's wiggle room in there to eat things that you love. Let me think. I guess it's just for people who want to make nutrition really less crazy.
Yeah.
And more just like super simple and have this work and stop fighting and struggling with trying to find the next best thing. Because guess what? There is no next best thing. Honestly, it's just making changes, following the fundamentals, the basics, and just putting in the work, honestly.
Yeah.
The messenger.
People that are just like sick of just struggling of making the right decisions and feeling guilty and just feeling bad and just trying to make it more complicated than it really is. I mean, it really can be simple and you just have to have a little bit of help to figure out. And it is, I mean, you work with them one-on-one because it is kind of a more of a personal journey too, because there's people that have different needs. And that's what you help them with, right? You kind of give them a little bit of a customizable push in the right direction because people are different and they have different needs. And so that's where you come in and kind of give them a little bit more of a customizable program to follow, right?
Absolutely. Well, and still with like eating and stuff and diet, it's an emotional thing. I mean, we have such emotional hangups about food, you know, so it does need to be somewhat customized.
Yeah.
We all have different relationships with food and eating and dieting and all this sort of thing. And I was giving away small, I call them mini mastermind sessions. So for people who go through the ebook and they look at the program and they're like, oh, well, I don't know if I want to invest yet, or I just want to talk to her real quick about like, I don't know if my calories are right. Like if I'm at least on the right track. So I was selling mini mastermind sessions. You can put it on the site for $17. So people can talk for 20 to 30, because I talk too much, 20, 30 minutes of these little mastermind sessions where we kind of figure out exactly the next step that you need to take. And if we determine like, okay, maybe you need a longer coaching call, or maybe you need these free resources, or you need the sample meal plans, then we can push you to the larger program. But still, it's just like a little introduction so we can get to know each other and at least get you rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's awesome. So, okay, so let me get this straight. They're getting this whole six or 7 or 8 part series because you like to talk and you like to over deliver, which I don't know where that comes from because our coaching calls never go over.
No, never.
Never. So they get this 6 or 8 part series for free, right? I mean, you're like deliver, you just give it to them for nothing. And there's a ton of content in there, right? And all they have to do is just sign up for it. Plus, if they want a little bit more information, all they do is they pay $17 to talk to you,
Mm-hmm.
$17 to talk to you, which is like a killer deal. I would totally sign up for that. $17 to talk to an expert about their specific needs. And then if they need more, a little bit more help, then you have this mastermind program, right? And they can find out more about that when they sign up for the series. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
And there's a website too. I can put in that link to the whole mastermind program, but I really want people to go through the series first, like see what it's about and see if it's right for them.
Okay. And I think we put the link in there. I think it's still in there.
And I see questions that are coming up, but I feel rude, like
No,
trying to like yours and be like, let me answer this person. Why am I doing this?
Yeah, if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask them in the little chat box down there, and she can answer them for you. So do you see that question?
Let me see if I missed one too, because I wasn't really paying attention over here because I was on a rant mode. Okay. Yes, you can share this with other people. That is great. I think there's like a button. Is there a button somewhere you can share on Twitter?
Yeah, it's over in the top left corner.
I hate Twitter, and I was conned into coming here because you have to sign in through Twitter. Twitter just doesn't make sense to me.
So somebody had a question that says, can I ask what's the basis of your program? Is it evidence-based? Is it evidence-based thing that I can prescribe to overweight or obese people?
I don't know if you call it evidence-based. I mean, I guess it's evidence-based. It's not like I took a bunch of science. It's basically the basics is eat real food in their least processed state. So again, it's nothing like revolutionary, right. Honestly. It's just eat foods in their least processed state. Some people would say, oh, you're saying eat paleo. I don't really like to label it that way because paleo can be restricted. They say no dairy, no grains, no beans, no soy. A lot of things that you shouldn't be eating. So basically the principle is whole unprocessed foods and then add things in as you see fit. So if beans don't give you an issue, go ahead, eat them. They're pretty much mostly unprocessed things. Like, and I wrote in that ebook, like if you're eating like quinoa chips, which are delicious, but that's not what I mean by whole foods in their least processed state. So there's one resource in there, like it's a printable PDF, where you can print that off and it talks about all the foods that I'm talking about. But it's definitely really good for overweight or obese people. But again, it's not like this quick fix. So if they're willing to put in the work and figure out their obesity problem for real, then yes, this can absolutely work for them.
Yeah, and there's been plenty of evidence-based research on the harmful effects of processed foods and why people should be eating whole foods. I mean, I think there's plenty of evidence behind that, and it's just kind of that's kind of common sense. But I think your approach, it's more like your approach is just more simpler and it's kinder and it's just easier. It's just really easy to follow and it's sustainable in the long haul. It's not like something that, okay, you're going to promise that they're going to lose 10 pounds in a week or something like that, eating, under 1,200 calories or something like that. It's something, yeah. And so I think for overweight and obese people, I think a lot of their issues may be emotional. I mean, obviously there's going to be health related issues as well, but a lot of it has to do with emotional issues. So I think that once it's more sustainable and it's easier, especially when you're dripping out the content over 8 weeks and they're able to kind of digest it over a certain amount of time, and you give that customizable help as well. I think that's where the real value comes from, is being able to talk to somebody and getting that individualized help that they really need. So let's see. Somebody asked, can we do, is there a Facebook group to discuss and ask questions throughout the 8 days? Oh, you said that's a good idea.
I'm so resistant to do Facebook groups. I don't know why. I just like have this hang up. I have a hang up about Twitter. I got this hang up about Facebook groups. But
you just got a smartphone not too long ago, right? Like when we first started working together, you're like, I just got a smartphone.
Yeah. I mean, I just got a smartphone and now I'm an addict. So I don't know.
And now you're on Blab. You're a Blab expert.
Stupid Blab. I'm on my desktop, by the way. I don't know if most people are on their desktop, but.
Yeah, I'm on a desktop.
Okay.
No, actually, I'm on a laptop. It's a work laptop.
No, laptop, sorry. See, I don't even know desktop from laptop. Okay, anyway, the Facebook group is a really good idea. And I've thought about doing like a whole Facebook group just like for my whole tribe. Like I have the email subscription list and all of the people that follow me on there. But I thought, maybe I'll do a Facebook group. So that's a good idea because then you can ask questions and things and kind of collaborate. And I'll post some stuff on there too. Yeah. So let me write that down.
Yeah, Facebook. People could, encourage each other, but they can always reach you through email, right? Email.
Absolutely. I think like when they get those emails, they can just respond right back to that email and it'll send it to me. Like if they're like, Jess, this doesn't make any sense at all.
And they can
please email me and tell me.
They can tweet you now too. They can tweet you now that you have Twitter. Or they can,
I honestly don't know if I'll ever go on Twitter.
Or they can Facebook message you or email you, probably preferable. But
yeah.
But yeah, so maybe you'll do a Facebook group. That would be amazing.
All right, I wrote it down. Facebook group.
Oh my gosh. So where's your website right now? Like where are you kind of like parked? If somebody needs to find more information about you, where would they find you?
I'm typing it right here. That's my main website. That's my main website, indulgentfitness.com. And I'm excited. We're doing a new photo shoot next month.
Ooh, good.
Put all new pictures on there.
That's awesome.
But I also have a Facebook page, a professional page where I post things, and that's facebook.com/indulgentfitness. And then my Instagram account, instagram.com/indulgentfitness.
Very cool. That's awesome. Does anybody else have any other questions about the program, or anything you want to ask Jess?
I have a question.
Yeah. What's your question?
What are these, like, I see 50 up here, like people, and then an eyeball, and it says 8. What does that mean? That means 50 people subscribed? 8 people are live.
I think that eight people are on right now, I think maybe, and 50 people maybe subscribed. I don't remember.
Well, that's nice.
I'm fairly new to that too, so I don't know. I don't know all these. And like there's this little map up here on the upper right hand corner. It kind of tells you like where everybody's calling in from, which is cool.
That's so cool.
Isn't that neat? So we have we have like both coasts, and we have like that's
some international people.
Wow.
Is anybody in the Caribbean? I'm going there on Tuesday. Let's hang out.
Amazing. That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Very cool. Cool. Well, thank you guys for coming and watching us rant and rave here.
Rant and rave. So again, Jess is on indulgentfitness.com. Should I put the link again here? I'll put the link to your program. So that's the link that's the Eat More, Lose More program. And it's free. It's free. And follow Jess on Facebook, follow her on Instagram, and be sure to tweet her because she'll check Twitter often. Or not.
Full of crap. I won't, but I'll try. If you say you'll be there, I'll be there.
So, sign up, and this free program. It's absolutely free. Give this to other people. Show them where they can get this free resource. So if anybody else has any questions, we can end this. And then, Jess, you can just have a fabulous day and welcome everybody into your new program.
Okay, thank you, guys.
All right. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye, guys. Okay, XX.